Hello, all my witchy friends, pagans, and practitioners. Montana the Maker here at my house before I get ready for work to follow up with yesterday's video, part 2 of 6 resurrection stories. So let's get into it. Number 4, Bodhidharma and his single shoe. According to Buddhist tradition, the figure known as Bodhidharma was a great Indian sage who may have been the first to bring Buddhism to China. Bodhidharma often plays the role of the wise and wily Zen master, challenging his students with cryptic riddles that, if deciphered, lead to the path of enlightenment. One day, a Chinese diplomat named Song Yun was crossing the Pamir Mountains between China and India when he passed the now elderly Bodhidharma walking in the opposite direction. Asked where the master was going, and Bodhidharma replied that he was finally going home to India. But Song Yun noticed that Bodhidharma was only wearing one shoe, so he asked why. And Bodhidharma suggested that Song Yun ask the monks when he arrived in Shaolin. The men parted ways, but when Song Yun asked about Bodhidharma's shoe in Shaolin, he was thrown in jail for lying. Song Yun could not have seen Bodhidharma because the master had died several years earlier. To prove it, the monks opened up Bodhidharma's tomb, but all they found was a single shoe. Not even death could contain the wisdom of Bodhidharma, who is often depicted barefoot and carrying a single shoe on a stick. Number 5, Odin's sacrifice to himself. In Norse mythology, Odin is chief among the gods of Valhalla, a creator god whose wisdom and wizardry were unmatched. But Odin had to pay a terrible price to achieve his powerful and esoteric knowledge. According to Norse legend, the greatest sources of wisdom in the ancient world were the runes, magic symbols that not even the gods could decipher. But Odin was willing to do whatever was necessary, even face death itself, to untangle the meaning of the runes and access their hidden power. The epic Viking poem Havamal, I hope I'm saying that right, anyway, Odin subjected himself to a violent form of self-sacrifice. Myself to my own self given, Odin says. Odin hung himself from the great tree Yggdrasil, piercing his side with a spear, and forbade any of the other gods from coming to his aid. For 9 days, Odin hung from the tree, staring down into the watery depths of the well of Urd. Finally, on the 9th day, the forms of the runes were revealed to him. Language and imagery of the Havamal, part of Odin, died in that 9-day ordeal, and he was reborn or resurrected as a far more powerful being with newfound knowledge and abilities. Number 6 in our final resurrection story, Quetzalcoatl, resurrection in Mesoamerica. Ancient Mesoamerica, the greatest of all the gods was Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, worshipped across centuries of Mayan, Toltec, and Aztec civilizations. In some traditions, Quetzalcoatl was an Osiris-like figure, the god of agriculture and vegetation, closely associated with the rain god Toltec. And like Osiris, Quetzalcoatl was deceived by his brother, tricked into drinking a powerful intoxicant, and sleeping with a priestess. Overcome with guilt, Quetzalcoatl killed himself through self-immolation, but rose again to life. There you have it, 6 resurrection ancient stories well before Jesus was around. I hope you've enjoyed these educational videos about resurrection stories. What I hope it instills in you is that death comes for us all. I know that's kind of morbid, but we're alive right now. So resurrect in yourself a love of life and go out there and make some magic today. Blessed be.